Yo, what is going on, everyone, and welcome back for another Pokemon Showdown video. Now, today we're going to be laddering up in the VGC 2015 ladder, of course, with our new Mega Gyarados VGC 2015 team that I showcased in the last episode. So, here we go. I'm going to go and look for a battle here, and we're going to go and get started. So, we have found a match, and this team looks very threatening. Very threatening. We got Dual Genies, we got a Moongus, Heatran, Gardevoir, and even Scrafty. So, yeah, seeing how I don't really have anything to counteract his Intimidates, we almost have to go and lead with the Landorus. Amongst all of his threats, Thundurus really scares me, so we're gonna have to go Aegislash, and then in the back, we'll run Gyarados and Thundurus. I'm pretty sure we just have to go full hyper offense here. I really don't think I'm going to be needing Clefairy, nor am I going to be needing Ferrothorn, as he's going to lead Thundurus and Heatran. So, we actually see that Heatran is not having an air balloon, so I can freely EQ. We should be able to take an HP Ice, as I'm going to actually Shadow Ball the Thundurus. I feel pretty good about this turn. Maybe he'll predict me to U-turn out, fearing the HP Ice, but I'm actually going to stay in, because my Landorus has a little bit bulk to it, so we should be able to live one. But other than that, I'm going to go and start the timer. In terms of what the Heatran's going to do, he's going to switch out and bring in Scrafty, dropping the Intimidate on me. That is not good. Thundurus is going to Swagger, bringing up my attack as I'm going to drop the EQ on the Aegislash. That's going to actually activate my weakness policy. So, the Lord strats here as it's going to hit Scrafty. I'm going to actually be able to break through, going for the Shadow Ball. Not going to do enough to actually knock out the Thundurus, though. So, now what we're going to do, we're going to bring in our Gyarados, get the Intimidate on this Scrafty, and I'm going to try and break through the confusion and Shadow Sneak Thundurus. If all goes according to plan, then we'll be able to break through here and do a max amount of damage. He's going to fake out my Gyarados. It's all good. He's going to T-Wave my Aegislash. Confusion going to end. I'm going to Shadow Sneak, getting a crit, being able to knock out the Thundurus. So now, with this weakness policy Aegislash, we are going to be putting in only the finest to work. I'm gonna go Mega, and I think I can actually freely Dragon Dance. I'm not gonna Mega yet. We're gonna Dragon Dance here, and then I'm gonna actually do we need Aegislash? We kind of do, but at this current position, it's not really going to do too much against Gardevoir if he does have it. So, let's go for the Shadow Sneak on the Heatran. I'm going to sack Aegislash, as this man's going to bring in his Gardevoir. He's going to trace the Intimidate, unfortunately. Oh my god. So, I'm going to get paralyzed. That is very unfortunate. I'm going to pop a D-Dance here, and I'm going to go Mega, and I'm going to Waterfall the Gardevoir, as I'm going to actually King Shield here on my Aegislash. And, don't know if that's the correct call to make. Maybe I should have Waterfalled the Heatran instead, so that would eliminate the fear of, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna do that. Let's go Mega. We're gonna Waterfall Heatran, and then I'm just gonna, you know what, to hell with it. I'm gonna Flash Cannon Gardevoir. So this man's gonna bring in Scrafty, getting even more of an Intimidate drop on, of course, my Aegislash here. So I'm gonna go Mega. He's gonna go Mega. It's gonna protect. Oh, that is actually fine by me. I'm able to Waterfall the Scrafty. Then we're also gonna be able to, oh, I thought I Flash Cannon the Scrafty. Alright, let's switch in our Landorus, and then, we're gonna King Shield on Aegislash, just for the, protection. And we're gonna see where this battle goes, because honestly, Gardevoir poses a huge threat, so does Scrafty, but being able to bring in Landorus is gonna help a little bit, in my opinion. So, I'm gonna be able to get my King Shield up. That is amazing. He's gonna try and fake out my Landorus, as Gardevoir is going to Hyper Voice. I am Scarf, though, so we are going to EQ. I'm going to also switch in Thundurus, because, yeah, we're just going to sack Aegislash, or at least sack all of its boosts, because it's really not even that worth it anymore. He's going to bring in this Heatran, oh my god, as I'm going to actually switch in my Thundurus. Here, the Scrafty is going to go for the Protect, as I'm able to drop the EQ on the Heatran, which means it is going to be a 1-hit KO, if it doesn't have the Shucka Berry, which it does. Okay, so, this is going to be pretty bad. I'm going to T-Wave the Scrafty just to try and neutralize that threat. But we are going to keep on going for the EQ as Heatran's going to go for the Protect. I'm going to T-Wave the Scrafty. And then Paralysis is going to be cured with the Lum. I'm actually still going to be able to knock it out this turn. Maybe not, as he's going to knock off my Thundurus. Okay. We are forced to EQ again. I'm going to actually T-Bolt Heatran this time in case he decides to go Gardevoir, which I doubt he's going to do. Honestly, what he should have done last turn was knocked off my Landorus. Maybe he didn't predict himself to be able to live that. So, in comes Gardevoir. Heatran is going to go for the second Protect, as I'm going to EQ. It's going to do quite a bit to the Gardevoir, which means all I got to do is just drop a T-Bolt on Gardevoir, and it's going to unfortunately live. Are you serious? What the hell, man? Okay, well, Scrafty's gonna come back in, which means I got a hard switch out from Lando and go into Aegislash on the potential fake out. So I'm gonna do that, and then we're gonna actually bring in our Gyarados here. We're just gonna double hard switch on these men, on these mons. I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore. But either way, we're gonna get Landorus and Thundurus out of here. We're gonna bring in Gyarados to intimidate the Scrafty, and we're gonna also bring in Aegislash to maybe soak up a Hyper Voice. I don't know. It might possibly be able to live one, but I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to go for broke here, pretty much, and see what I can do with the current situation. Alright, so I'm going to bring in my Aegislash here, and I'm also going to switch in Gyarados, getting the Mold Breaker, as he's going to actually opt to fake out my Gyarados, so the Hyper Voice is going to be able to knock it out. But fortunately, all I got to do is go Landorus here. We are going to King Shield with my boy Aegislash, and we're going to drop an EQ on these people, and I honestly do think that is game. This is Choice Scarf Landorus. We are going to be able to outspeed everything this guy is packing, so I'm feeling pretty good about the remainder of this game. All we really got to do is land our Earthquake. And does it even have an accuracy? Isn't it like, what is the accuracy? Accuracy 100%. So we pretty much have sealed our win in this game. I don't really know if they can do anything to stop me from, you know, killing everybody, but I'm gonna EQ Scrafty, so Scrafty is gonna go down. And now that nothing can neutralize my threat of Intimidate, we're going to actually Shadow Sneak as he's going to forfeit. Alright, I'll take the win. We are going to look for another battle here as this man is bringing... Oh, God, this does not look fun. We have got to lead Thundurus and Ferrothorn. I'm really fearing Milotic, and I'm also really fearing Intimidate Salamence. In the back, we're going to throw Gyarados for Terrakion. And we have got to be able to deal with that Togekiss somehow. So, I think we're going to go Aegislash. I normally don't like not bringing Landorus to the battle, but I think I kind of have to here. I'm going to go and start the timer, and I honestly do see him leading off Milotic and Salamence, and then in the back, Togekiss and possibly Terrakion and or Scrafty interchangeably. But, yeah, so I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, so my opponent's gonna lead Grumpig and Terrakion, as I'm gonna lead Thundurus and Ferrothorn. So right off the bat, I definitely don't know what this Grumpig is gonna be packing. Let me see if there is a VGC set for Grumpig. What about in black and white? Maybe in Diamond and Pearl? Nope. What about on the Pokemon Global Link? Oh, the Global Link is currently under maintenance. Okay, so YOLO, that's the motto. We're going to T-Wave the Grumpig. I'm going to also Leech Seed the Terrakion to break the potential Sash, and we'll see where this goes. So Terrakion's going to Quick Guard. I'm going to T-Wave the Grumpig. Of course, Quick Guard's going to be able to protect it. He's going to Skill Swap. I'm going to get Thick Fat. He's going to get Prankster, as I'm going to Leech Seed, breaking the Sash, and, we pretty much have to bring in Gyarados. I gotta get my Prankster ability back, so we're gonna switch out Thundurus, bring in Gyarados, and I'm gonna actually drop a Power Whip. Maybe I should Gyro Ball. Yeah, maybe I should Gyro Ball. Let me check what's gonna do more damage. Ferrothorn, Common Showdown, up against Terrakion, Common Showdown. Gyro Ball does a little bit more. Could be worth it. Let's Gyro Ball. So in comes Scrafty. It doesn't really matter though, as I'm going to actually switch in my Gyarados now, so we don't get the Intimidate drop. I'm going to get the Intimidate drop on him. Grumpig is going to go for the taunt, as I'm going to actually Gyro Ball the Scrafty, but nothing is going to happen. So we're going to go Mega, I think. And do I Waterfall? I think I do. Let's Waterfall Scrafty's slot. And then let's actually set up Elite Seed on the Grumpig here. So Mold Breaker is going to activate. He's going to fake out my Gyarados. And then Grumpig is going to Skill Swap, getting the Intimidate. Oh my god. That is annoying. Alright, on second thought, let's hard switch both of our Pokemon. So we're going to get Gyarados and Ferrothorn out of here. And we're going to bring in our Aegislash and our Thundurus. So I should have my Prankster ability back. In comes Salamence. Okay, so all we got to do is HPI Salamence. And then I'm actually also going to Flash Cannon the Salamence slot as well, in case he decides to go back into Grumpig, and we'll see what happens. Alright, so the Salamence is going to go for the Protect, as I'm going to HP Ice, and is not going to be able to land, as the Scrafty is going to knock off. Oh my god, he totally predicted me there. We're going to T-Wave Scrafty, then we're going to Flash Cannon Salamence. Damn, that is really unfortunate. So we know now that he has Scrafty, Grumpig, Salamence, and Terrakion. So in comes Grumpig. Scrafty's gonna get paralyzed, which means I get a free flash cannon off on the Grumpig. That did 39 to 43. We're gonna actually T-Wave the Grumpig now. And this time, let me run the calcs. Let's go, Aegislash, Common Showdown, up against Scrafty, Common Showdown. Shadow Ball does 12, Flash Cannon does more. Maybe I should spring in Gyarados. Well, I mean, then again, Grumpig's probably gonna skill swap. So, you know what? Let's just Flash Cannon the Scrafty. To hell with it. We're gonna T-Wave Grumpig. Paralysis is gonna be cured with the Lum. He's gonna Side Shock my Thundurus. I'm able to live it. We're gonna Flash Cannon Scrafty, and then we're gonna actually T-Bolt Scrafty. And now, we are gonna Shadow Ball Grumpig. So, I dropped the T-Bolt. It did nothing, as Side Shock's gonna bring me down pretty low. I'm gonna Shadow Ball, being able to knock out the Grumpig. Scrafty, on the other hand, is gonna get paralyzed. Ooh, that is fantastic. In comes Terrakion. Right off the bat, we want to T-Wave, and then I want to Flash Cannon. Now, I do know that Terrakion also carries Lumberry potentially, but since he already has a Lumberry Pokemon, we pretty much know that it is actually Sash, and since we already broke it, we should be fine now. I can paralyze it, which means Aegislash should outspeed it, or nah. So, I'm going to still be able to get my Flash Cannon off, which is still going to knock it out, as Scrafty is going to actually land its knockoff on my Aegislash, as we're just going to bring in Gyarados and Ferrothorn, and that's kind of bad, because now I'm forced to Dragon Dance here. We gotta Elite Seed the Salamence. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to live this or win this battle if I do not get a Dragon Dance up. I need to at least get back to moderate attack, so I can, you know, knock out Scrafty. All I'm hoping is that it gets paralyzed one more turn. That would be freaking fantastic. So, Salamence is going to actually go Mega. I'm going to get my Dragon Dance off, as Scrafty is going to, what is it going to do? What is it going to do? It's going to Drain Punch my Ferrothorn. Hey, that works for me. That works for me. Okay then, we are going to Waterfall Salamence, as well as Gyro Ball Salamence. I think that's what we gotta do. No, Scrafty is more of a threat. Scrafty is definitely more of a threat. So, let's Waterfall Scrafty. Then, I'm gonna proceed to Leech Seed Salamence. So, Waterfall is gonna actually bring the Scrafty down so low, as we're going to end up Leech Seeding the Salamence. Scrafty's going to flinch. That is amazing. We have to protect on Gyarados. And then I'm just going to Gyroll on Salamence and hope that it does a good amount of damage. So, in the worst case scenario, it is going to be a Ferrothorn versus Salamence Scrafty kind of dealio. But as long as we do have a reliable source of recovery, being, you know, Leech Seed and all, we should be able to pull out a win here. So, we're able to knock out Scrafty. I'm going to Gyro Ball. It doesn't do as much damage as I thought it was going to do. Gyro Ball, maybe if we get a good roll next turn, we actually should be able to knock it out. So, YOLO, I'm going to Waterfall, bringing the Salamence down pretty low, as he's going to return, knocking my Gyarados out. I'm going to Gyro Ball, knocking the Salamence out, and that is going to be the game. So, GG. Alright, let's look for another battle. So, we are searching, and we have found one. Oh, God, this does not look like it's going to be fun. We definitely got to bring Thundurus. We definitely got to bring Aegislash. In the back, we have got to bring, maybe not Landorus, maybe Gyarados. And then, to finalize, we should go Ferrothorn, since he really doesn't have anything for Ferrothorn. Oh my god. Yeah, Ferrothorn kind of walls this guy's team. I mean, barring, Focus Blast Scizor. But, you know, I honestly feel like he's going to lead something like Salamence, possibly Gengar, or maybe Salamence fake out Weavile, and then something like Rotom and Gengar in the back. I really don't see him bringing Tyranitar, nor do I see him bringing Scizor, because he really doesn't have any other Mons on his team that benefit from Tyranitar getting up the sand. So yeah, I'd only assume that he's going to be leading Salamence and Weavile. But on that note, I'm going to go and start the timer, and I will be right back with you guys. Alright, so I'm going to lead Thundurus and Aegislash, as he's going to lead Salamence and Gengar. Okay. Alright, so right off the bat, we have got to suppress the Salamence. I'm going to T-Wave the Salamence, and we are going to actually Shadow Ball the Gengar, because we are actually bulky enough to live a Shadow Ball from a standard Gengar, and by then, he would actually be activating my weakness policy, which would result in me being able to OHKO it with the Shadow Ball, unless it was Sash, because in that regard, I would just Shadow Sneak the following turn. So, either way, we are in a very good position. He's gonna withdraw Gengar, bring in the Tyranitar, surprisingly. T-Wave's not gonna land. Shadow Ball is gonna land, but it's not gonna do anything. It's gonna lower his special defense, though, so that is dandy. Unfortunately, though, I do believe I have to HP Ice the Salamence. So let's HP Ice Salamence, and then I got a King Shield. In terms of Aegislash, I have a feeling this Tyranitar is going to be fishing for either the EQ or the Rock Slide. Most likely the Rock Slide because it's more reliable. It also hits Thunderous, which is more of a threat. So honestly, knowing that this Tyranitar is going to be going for the Rock Slide, most likely, we're just going to King Shield on Aegislash, so that the following turn, we can potentially paralyze Tyranitar, slowing it down enough for Aegislash to outspeed it, which would allow us to kill it with the Flash Cannon. So I'm going to King Shield here. Salamence, Rock Slide did quite a bit, as I'm going to pop my Citrus Berry. He's going to try and Flamethrower my Aegislash, which is going to result in me HP Icing, not actually killing him, though, bringing him down very low. Okay, so basically what we got to do here, we're going to T-Wave Tyranitar, and then we got a Shadow Sneak with Salamence, or Shadow Sneak on Salamence, not with Salamence. He's not on my side of the field, guys, but, yeah, so we're going to be able to do quite a bit this turn. The perfect scenario in which this turn would be amazing is if we're able to kill Salamence with Shadow Sneak, and then Tyranitar potentially gets paralyzed. That would be fantastic, so that the following turn, I could actually just take out Tyranitar with my boy Aegislash, but we'll see what's going to happen. So I'm going to T-Wave Tyranitar. I'm going to also Shadow Sneak the Salamence, being able to knock it out, as he's going to drop one more Rock Slide, actually knocking out my Thunderous, but it's okay, because Thunderous already kind of served its purpose. He doesn't actually have an Intimidator, so I can just freely bring in my Gyarados now, and this is gonna get really fun. So in comes Gengar. Okay, see, there's a problem here. There is definitely a freaking problem here. We have got to Waterfall on the Tyranitar, and then I got to King Shield on Aegislash on the potential Shadow Ball coming from the Gengar, because I can only live a Shadow Ball if I am in my Shield form. If I'm in my Blade form, it will be a one-hit KO, so we gotta proceed cautiously. Tyranitar is now paralyzed. Waterfall should honestly one-hit KO it, so let's go Gyarados. Common Showdown, put it up against Tyranitar. Common Showdown. Waterfall does 82. He's gonna actually bring in a Rotom. Ooh, that's not fun. I'm gonna King Shield. He's gonna Shadow Ball as predicted. I'm gonna Waterfall. It does quite a bit, revealing that this is actually specially defensive Rotom. So, you know what, let's get Gyarados out of here. Let's go Ferrothorn, and we're gonna actually Shadow Ball the Gengar, because, we know that we can actually live a Shadow Ball. Yep, I'm able to live it. It's going to activate my weakness policy. I should honestly be able to outspeed it now. He's going to drop a T-Ball on my Ferrothorn, which means I'm going to be able to knock out the Gengar. It is gone out of there. Sandstorm is going to subside. All we got to do is pretty much Leech Seed Rotom, or also potentially, ooh, Tyranitar is going to come back in. Okay, so really this battle cannot really go, like, you know, in any bad direction. I'm going to Leech Seed Tyranitar, and we're going to actually, wait, did we say it was especially defensive Rotom, right? So I'm going to actually King Shield here, while I'm going to try and get a Leech Seed off on the Tyranitar. Rotom's going to protect, so I'm glad I did that. Tyranitar is going to drop a Rock Slide. I'm able to take it as long as I don't get flinched. I'll be able to land my Leech Seed, and then now we're going to be getting a recovery from Tyranitar. I'm going to be able to Power Whip the Rotom. And then now what do we want to do? I don't see us outspeeding the Tyranitar, sadly. So I think I gotta Shadow Sneak the Rotom. Just do as much damage as possible. So I'm gonna Shadow Sneak Rotom here. He's gonna pop his Citrus Berry as he's gonna T-Bolt my Aegislash. You lived a good life, bud. You're gonna Rock Slide my Ferrothorn. It's all good. I'm gonna land my Power Whip, which is actually gonna do enough to knock out the Rotom. And then we're gonna get some recovery back with a Leech Seed here. And all I really gotta do is bring in Gyarados. All we gotta do is Gyro Ball and then Waterfall. And I'm pretty sure that is gonna be game. We're able to knock out the Tyranitar, and that is going to be it. So where are we currently in the video? We are about 19 minutes in, and we have won all of our battles today. Let me do slash rating and tell you guys where we're at currently. In Battle Spot Doubles VGC 2015, we have 16 wins and 6 losses. Of course, that is after the whole ladder reset. Before that, I had like, what did I have? Like 40 wins and maybe like 20 losses. I don't know, something like that. But either way, guys, that match is going to actually wrap up this session and the video. So thank you all so much for watching, and be sure to take it easy, you guys.